All right. I'm ready. Hey everyone, welcome back to Wizarding Alice. My name is Alice. On this channel we cover all things Harry Potter, Wizarding World, and a bit of Scotland, travel and lifestyle thrown in there as well. If that sounds like something that interests you, be sure to subscribe because I have so many fun ideas, videos and projects coming out this year. Year of our Lord 2023, can you believe it? How exciting. I'm actually filming this in 2022, so I'm kind of like faking my excitement a little bit, but there you go, some behind the scenes magic for you. Today I am so excited, as you can probably tell, because I am starting off a brand new series on this channel. If you guys have been around for a while, you know I love a little series on this channel, and today we are kicking off my bucket list journey, which I'm excited about from a channel perspective, but also just a life perspective as well. I can't wait. So I know it probably does what it says on the tin, but basically what this series is going to be is anytime I do something that ticks off a bucket list item, I'm going to produce a vlog or a video series or something about that journey. And I'm doing this for a number of different reasons. Number one, I think it'll push me out my comfort zone and make me do some of these things if I know that people are waiting for a video on it. Number two, I just thought it would be a fun video. I like, videos of people like having a little life milestone and things like that. I really enjoy watching it. And number three, obviously I don't just cover Harry Potter on this channel. I do cover lifestyle and travel and things like that. So I think this fits in nicely. And, if you're here just for the Harry Potter content and you're maybe a little bit concerned about the direction this channel is going, don't worry, this is still predominantly a Harry Potter channel. I'm not going to be having a new video in this series up every week or even every month. It's just when I happen to get the chance to tick off one of these bucket list items, I will put a video up about it. So I could go a whole year and not put something up. I could put something up 3 weeks in a row. We're just going to see how things go. But if this does sound like a series that interests you, I have a video coming up very, very soon ticking off my first bucket list item. So don't worry, you will not have to wait a year currently for a video, and I have a couple more throughout the year that I already know are going to happen, barring any major world disaster, which we'll see. So yeah, I'm really, really, really excited about this series. I think it's got great potential for this channel, and I really hope that you join me on this journey by subscribing. So I figured what better way to start off this series other than obviously explaining what it is, which I've just done, but to go through my bucket list as things currently stand. So you know the kind of content you might be seeing and the things that I'm aiming towards. Please note that obviously this is not a definitive list. I might in my life come up across other things that I think, oh, I didn't even realize that was something I really wanted to do. So it might go out with this list, but this is just to start me off. So the first one, this isn't really in any particular order, but this first one is to visit every continent. That is something I am definitely keen to do. I'm European, if you couldn't tell by my accent. So I'm from Europe and I've been to lots of places in Europe, so I can tick that one off. And I've also been to North America. I've been to the USA a couple of times, but I've never been to one of the others. Here we go. South America. I'll include Central America. I'd like to do that as a separate thing, even though it's not a continent. Antarctica, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. So maybe what I'll do one day if I find the opportunity to go to all these different places is I'll do little vlogs at each one and combine them together into one video when I've finally visited all the continents. Antarctica might be the most difficult one, but we'll see. My plan would be to go to South America, maybe Argentina or Chile, and then take a cruise from there, but who knows? This all costs a lot of money, so we'll see. The second one is to swim with sharks. This is one I want to do because a lot of these are about facing my fears and really pushing myself out my comfort zone, which has been a big goal of 2022, and I think I've achieved that, so I want to stretch that even further for 2023. And sharks, yeah, they scare me. I'm not gonna lie to you, they scare me. As does sort of open water. I don't particularly like being in the sea or the ocean or even a lake or anything like that. So this is kind of like the ultimate fear test. And I can tell you that that is maybe one of the videos you're going to see sooner than others, is all I'll say. But swimming with sharks is definitely something I'd like to tick off that list. I'd also like to go on a hot air balloon. Again, it's something that kind of scares me a little bit because I really like being in control of a situation. I'm a big control freak, and I feel like a hot air balloon, not only are you not in control of it, but I feel like the driver's not really that in control of it either. But I would really like to do it, you know, go and see a sunrise or a sunset on a hot air balloon, like in Turkey or something. I think that would be so amazing. So that's definitely something I'd want to do in like a really cool country. I think would be really cool. Another thing I want to do is a Run Disney event. I am not an athlete. I am not a fitness person. I would much rather sit at home eating Chinese takeaway than going to the gym, but I would really like to do a Run Disney event. So if you don't know, the Disney parks put on like it could be a marathon, a half marathon, a 5k, a bunch of different distance races in their Disney parks. So it's a really fun way to do a race because number one, it's really chill and relaxed. Like no one's actually trying to win, you know, it's like just go at your own pace. You can walk it if you want. But obviously you're going through these theme parks. You get to see really cool parts of it. You get a really cool medal at the end. So I'd really like to do a Run Disney event. Paris is obviously the easiest one for me. I've looked into it. It's not something they seem to be doing anymore, so I might end up having to go to America to do it, which obviously is more difficult, but we'll see. That's definitely something I want to do, and I think that could make for a really fun video as well. I'd really like to learn a language. That's something I've always wanted to do. I've never been good at languages. At school, it was definitely not something I enjoyed or was particularly good at, but I think it would be really, I'd feel really accomplished if I was able to learn a language. And by that, I mean getting like semi-fluent, like you could pretty much get by in any conversation. I'm currently teaching myself Spanish, and that's going really well, so that's the language I think I'd most like to learn. And if I get like proficient at that, I think I'd move on to sign language. I think that would be a really useful one as well. So again, that's maybe something that I'll document on my journey. I'd love to pet a sloth. Some of these are really, really simple. Sloths, again, are one of my favorite animals. Goats are probably my favorite, but sloths are definitely up there. I would love to get the opportunity to pet a sloth. I think that would just, I don't know, it just makes my heart melt. Like some of these, it's hard to explain why I want to do it. I just want to do it. There's no like deep backstory or personal goal or anything like that. It's just, I just want to pet a sloth, man. I think they're cool. And on that note, I'd really like to feed a giraffe. That's also on my bucket list. I just think that would be really, really fun. And again, I think there's some really cool places you could probably do that. So I'll knock off those kind of more shallow ones just now. I'd like to skydive. I'm saying this tentatively that I'd like to skydive. I'd like to have done it. I don't want to do it, if that makes any sense. But I think it's something I unfortunately am going to end up doing at some point in my life. I think I just feel so good having done it. Like I want to be able to say to people I have skydived, and I'm not like, it doesn't even particularly scare me that much. I just know I'm gonna like pee my pants when I'm actually up there. That's the only reason I'm like, oh, I don't know, but I know I have it in me to do it, and I think that's why I want to do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get too deep in this video, but I think because I know I have it in me to be able to just make myself jump out that airplane, I think I want to try it. But that might be a long time coming, that video. I'm not too sure about that one yet. I would love to see the Northern Lights. That's 100%. That's always been on my bucket list. Other things have changed throughout my life. That's always stayed on there. I just think they are the most beautiful thing in the natural world. Like I'm absolutely obsessed with them. So if I ever got the opportunity to see them in all their full glory, that would be amazing. I think sometimes people are a bit surprised, like because I live in Scotland, that I maybe haven't seen them because we're considered a pretty northern country, but we're nowhere near north enough to get the Northern Lights. Occasionally, like in the winter, a special occasion once every couple of years, you'll get like a little wisp. I've never seen a wisp, but I know like up in the Highlands they get it and things like that. But no, I want to really like go up north and see the spectacle of the Northern Lights. Like I could die happy if I saw the Northern Lights. That's number one on my list for sure. I'd like to visit Everest Base Camp. That's definitely another more like physical challenge I'd really like to do. I think that would be a really interesting experience. I think I'd sort of grow as a person as a result of it. I've watched some YouTubers do the base camp trek. Obviously you do it like with a company and a guide and a team and things like that, which is what I'd want to do. But yeah, it seems to like really change people in a really good way, and I think that would just be such a cool experience. I mean, to say that you've like hiked a bit of Everest, like how amazing is that? Obviously I do know the moral concerns about using Sherpas in particular, so that's definitely something, you know, if I was going to do it, I'd be very respectful and careful about like companies I'm choosing and how you go about it and all that kind of thing. But yeah, that's definitely something that I would like to do. Another more simple one, I really want to eat pasta in Italy. I'm a big pasta gal. I love my carbs, I love my pasta, and any kind of like tomato sauce. I am all over. Bolognese, chef's kiss. I'm pretty sure bolognese isn't Italian, but anyway, I love me some pasta is what I'm trying to say. And to sit, like I'm imagining either like sitting in Rome next to the Colosseum in like a cobbled courtyard in the summer, just sitting eating pasta with a nice drink. Like I couldn't think of anything better. Or maybe like in a villa in Tuscany, again looking out over the vineyards. Like that to me is like the ultimate dream. And what I'd love to do at some point, I'm thinking maybe for like a milestone birthday, like my 40th birthday or something, is to go on a road trip of Italy. I think that would be so cool. Just eat as much pizza and pasta as I possibly can. I couldn't think of anything better. So that's definitely on my bucket list because I really want to have that experience at some point in my life. I'd like to go on a safari. I suppose that kind of fits in with my like feed a giraffe goal, but I would love to do some kind of safari, particularly like a proper one, you know, in somewhere like I don't know, Botswana or somewhere like that. I think that would be so cool. I've technically done a safari at Walt Disney World in Animal Kingdom. They've got their Kilimanjaro safaris, and like that is a safari, but obviously the animals aren't like as wild as they are in a safari, although I'm sure there's probably some conversation about whether those animals really are wild and all that kind of thing. But I would really like to do that, to like stay on a reserve, and oh, that would be amazing. Again, I think that's a goal for sometime far away in the distance when I've hopefully got some more money. A lot of these are very contingent on having some savings, but I think that would just be such a cool experience. So you'll notice a lot of these are really to do with travel, but that really is like a keen interest of mine. Another thing I'd really like to do is go camping. Now, obviously, I've been camping in some form, like camping in the garden and stuff like that, but I'd really like to do, I guess you'd call it like the proper all-American experience is what I picture, although it might not actually. Americans out there might be like, no, we don't do this. But I just imagine like in the summer by a lake, and you've got a nice little camp, and you toast some s'mores in the evening and go for hikes and have that proper like Parent Trap experience is what I picture in my head. I would love to do that, and you can definitely do that here in Scotland. Earlier in the year, in 2022, I went up to Aviemore in the Highlands of Scotland, and we saw this absolutely beautiful lake with all these different hiking trails, walking trails and things. That would be such a cool place to do that and go camping. So that's definitely the kind of thing I would like to do at some point. So that's maybe more an achievable one. Maybe I'll do that at some point in the summer, but I think that would be so much fun. Now this next one on my list is one I'm actually able to tick off. The first one I'm able to tick off, which is to start a YouTube channel. That's always been a goal of mine. I've always been far too nervous to actually do it, but obviously in 2021 I just took the plunge and just decided to do it, and it was such a good decision. Like, I'm loving every minute of having this YouTube channel. I really am, and I love the little community we've made and everything like that. So I feel very proud that I'm able to tick this one off, but I wanted to include it in my list to show that, you know, I have done something, I have started. You're obviously not going to get a solo video on that because this channel is proof of that, I suppose. But yeah, I just wanted to include it because I thought it was neat. I also want to learn how to play an instrument. That's again something I've just always wanted to be able to do, and just something I've never really gotten into. I think I'd probably pick the keyboard / the piano as an instrument to do. So again, maybe that's something I'll start picking up, and I can maybe document my journey through learning how to play. Maybe I'll end up taking one of the exams that you do at the end, and I don't know, I could picture lots of different ways to do a video about that. I think that would be a fun one. I'd really like to go kayaking. So I went kayaking when I was younger and I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I've literally never done it again. So I'd definitely like to get to experience a nice relaxing little kayak. Maybe that could be something I do when I go camping at this lake that I'm picturing. But I think that would be a really fun one. A nice summer's day, relaxing kayak. Oh, I'm just picturing this like dream summer. It'll be so nice. No doubt it'll rain all summer now that I've decided to come up with these plans. Another thing I'd like to do is see a really beautiful sunrise. Now obviously I've seen lovely sunrises in my life, but this is something I want to actually like actively plan towards. Like the most beautiful sunrise I've ever seen was in Florida. They have the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So I'd love to, say for example, go to Florida and really plan to find like the best spot to watch the sunrise and just watch it come up. And I mean, there'll be loads of other beautiful places in the world that have amazing sunrises. I'm not saying I have to go to Florida for it, but just to give you an example, I don't want it to just be like any old sunrise. Like here in Scotland, I'm not gonna lie to you, we don't have great sunrises and sunsets. Like they're rarely like particularly spectacular. So I'd like to go somewhere and see a sunrise that really just like pulls at your heartstrings and really like gets you, you know. So that's definitely something I would like to do. I would like to visit all Disney parks, and I'm wearing my Haunted Mansion jumper to show that off. Yeah, that's definitely something I want to do. I'm a big Disney parks fan, absolutely love them. I've been to Disneyland Paris and I've been to Walt Disney World in Florida, so I definitely like to visit all the others. Obviously there's Disneyland in California, there's Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, there's Shanghai Disney, and there's Hong Kong Disney. So I've got a lot to go, but within my lifetime I want to have visited every single Disney park, and I just hope to God they don't build another because it's going to make this way more difficult. But yes, we'd definitely like to visit all the Disney parks in the world, for sure. And this next one's a weird one. I want to have a paranormal experience. Now, I don't think I believe in ghosts or anything like that. That being said, I'm open to the possibility of having my mind changed. Like, I think all I need is that one experience and that will completely change my mind. I'm not someone that's going to experience something and just try and like talk it away. If I see something and I can't explain it, then I'll believe in ghosts. So I would like to try and have a proper paranormal experience, or at least like a proper ghost hunt, to give me that opportunity to really try and have a paranormal experience. I'm already nervous about this because even though I don't believe, obviously my mind is open to it. So I do get kind of spooked at these things. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but maybe that's something I could do around Halloween time one time, is really try and put myself in a situation where if I'm gonna have a paranormal experience, it's gonna be now. And I suppose that's my question for the video. Have you ever had a paranormal experience? Please let me know. I'd love to hear about it because I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff. And the last thing on my bucket list as it currently stands is to get a pet dog. Again, this has always been on my list. I've never had a dog or a cat or any kind of major pet like that, and I've always wanted a dog. And now that I'm an adult with, you know, my own income and things like that, it's something I'm starting to think about and look into the logistics of. So yeah, getting a pet dog is definitely high up on my list. And obviously if I was to do that, I would definitely document the process, and my dog would be very prominent on this channel. So again, I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's something I'm hoping will happen fairly soon. So yeah, very excited about that. That's the one I'm most excited about, I think. And with that, that is my entire bucket list. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I think it was really important to do this just to set up the videos to come. So when you see a video labeled bucket list, you're not like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm doing and you're like, oh, okay, that one's been ticked off. And I'm really excited. I've got some really big ideas for this video series. So I really hope you'll join me on this journey and you're excited about it as well, because I think this is going to be really, really good for this channel and I can't wait to share these experiences with you. If you've got other ideas for things you think I should have on my bucket list, please let me know. I'm always open to adding more things on there. But yeah, I think we'll end our video there for today. Like I said, there is the first edition of this bucket list series coming very, very soon, which I'm very excited about. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!